So what the heck is this behind me? Well, this is a really interesting tweet, and that appears to be a GeForce RTX 3060 Ti, and by I mean a bunch of them, a bunch of boxes of them that are apparently for sale right now, despite the fact that this card supposedly should be launching more like December 2nd. And to be clear, this thing is not for sale for everybody from retailers, and I don't know what exactly is going on here with this. Well, where did this come from, and how did it get such awesome music? Sorry, I won't subject you to my dancing anymore or that music, but what is this? Okay, so this is a tweet, and the tweet is coming in here, and I can't pretend to understand what any of that says. So yeah, we got a picture of the box here. And going along with this, we have what I'm guessing here is like a Google Translate, which probably isn't very good, but let's see. So it's saying, some believe it, and I blame you. But after this video, you will give your charity. Exclusively and before official launch, RTX 3060 Ti, available now in all our stores or through our online store. Anyway, I've looked a little more into this, and apparently the price it's being listed at would translate to about $1,000 US, whereas this card is rumored to be launching for around $399. So I would not recommend you run out and grab one of these things, even if I was not completely sketched out by this store, whatever it is. I wouldn't trust this at all, but if somebody's adventurous out there, maybe somebody's going to buy one of these and we'll get some 30, and I mean, if it's actually legitimate, are we going to get to see some 3060 Ti leaks now because apparently some store is putting them up for sale? I'm sure absolutely certain that's violating any sort of embargo that's been placed by Nvidia, so I don't know how they're doing this. And with the price they're listing it at, I guess the motivation here could be the extra money off the per unit sale. How'd they get these? Who is this? This is just bizarre, guys. I don't remember seeing anything like this before with other GPU launches, but then again, maybe I wasn't paying enough attention, but just something going up for sale like a month before it should be. Is this real? I mean, the boxes looked pretty legit, but then again, they could just be faked. I'm really curious if anybody goes out and buys one of these and what we get out of that. Now, speaking of Nvidia news, and specifically rumors and tweets, we've got some more info here about a tweet saying that the lower end Nvidia cards, which we all know are coming, but we don't really have any details about, are going to be the RTX 3060 and the RTX 3050 Ti, and then it's giving us a little bit of details about the CUDA cores here, which on this WCCF Tech article, it does have a little bit of a nice chart here, kind of filling in some of the info. Again, I'm going to scroll through here, and you can surely pause here or find this article linked in my description if you want to take a closer look at these things. So again, this is just rumors about what these will be called, and this isn't anything crazy. Just keep in mind that this is the smaller NVIDIA GPU, but it is Ampere. So these aren't just rebranding of last-gen products. These are Ampere GPUs, but we're thinking they're probably GA106, whereas the 3060 Ti and 3070 will be based on the GA104, and your 3080 and 3090 are GA102. And again, here with some question marks, we're wondering, are we going to see a 3070 Ti and a 3080 Ti, and what would those look like? Now, I'm interested in that, and again, I want to be clear, we're looking at leaks and rumors here, guys. But there is some info about a 3080 Ti. So a while back, we had rumors of a 20 gigabyte version of the 3080 on a developer roadmap, which then we got rumors saying that got canceled, but now we're getting rumors that it's uncanceled. And that info would look like a 3080 Ti Founders Edition with the following specs, including what's most stand out here for me is the 20 gigabytes of GDDR6, And so, and no NVLink, so it's not gonna do your Crossfire, whatever SLI dual GPU. Crossfire is AMD, right? And whatever. Anyway, the point is, that's not the biggest deal here, but yeah, that's still dead, guys. Anyway, I mean, 3090 if you really want to buy a couple of those, okay? Now, so 20 gigabytes. Now, why is that a big deal? Well, in my video yesterday where I was talking about Godfall being apparently requiring the 12 gigabytes of VRAM, and as people brought up in the comment section, could they be talking about allocated VRAM versus actually used VRAM? I mean, they could be, but his specific quote was using. He did use that word. But the point is that some people are a little bit concerned about how future-proof the current 3080 model is with the 10 gigabytes of VRAM, considering that some titles already are using over 8 gigabytes of VRAM. And I saw some stuff in my comments, which again, I haven't verified, that there are other current titles that are pushing past 8 gigabytes of VRAM, or even I'm seeing like Watch Dogs 2, I think it is, even at 1440p. If you turn on ray tracing, going past 8 gigabytes at 1440p, not even at 4K. So yeah, people are a little bit concerned about the VRAM requirements and how future-proof they are on this NVIDIA lineup. And so I would love to see them come out with much larger versions of VRAM on their cards. I'd love to see this. So again, while this is a rumor, I would really hope that it's true. Now, if it's also true that part of NVIDIA's supply issues are due to the GDDR6X memory being an issue in that supply chain, then I don't know what this means about availability or when we would get it or any of that. And once again, this is all rumors. Now, this video is not too long yet at this point, so I think I have some time to jump over to just some other tech news. And again, if you're new to this channel, because this channel itself is only a month old, so odds are you are pretty new, I cover tech-related content, mostly tech news, at least for now. But as far as the topics, it's mostly PC-related stuff, but it's also mostly just stuff I'm interested in. So one thing I'm interested in is the Xbox Series X and Series S. Specifically, I'm really interested in Microsoft's decision to offer a Series S. Because it's different than what PlayStation is doing, where they have the diskless model for $100 less, but the actual performance specs are equal to the more expensive PS5. Whereas the Series X and the Series S, you actually get a significant performance reduction from the Series S. And Microsoft has billed it as the Series X being a 4K gaming machine, and the Series S being a 1440p gaming machine. And again, I'm interested in this because it lets them win the pricing battle, especially with their like subscription model where you bundle in Game Pass and pay a little extra per month, and you've got yourself a Series S for, what is it, like $36 a month? Don't quote me on that exact price, but not too bad. Anyway, but I'm interested in is it really next gen enough? Is it fair to market this as a really, really next gen console? And I think in some ways it is, but here's a tweet from the Sea of Thieves developers, and to be clear, they're talking about optimizations of running the Xbox One Sea of Thieves game, and now when you're running it on the new consoles, they'll receive optimizations to performance and visuals and all of that. And they're saying that the Series X will run the game at 4K 60 frames per second, but the Series S will be running it at 1080p 60 frames per second. And the reason I'm kind of keying in on that is that Microsoft was billing the Series S as a 1440p machine, not a 1080p machine. And this is just an optimization for an older game. It's not something that's being developed specifically for the Series S, but it's still interesting to me. And I just wanted to bring that up since I had a little extra time in this video. And I'm also curious on your guys' thoughts on both this, the Series S, is it next gen enough? And as well as the other leaked info that we have here on those Nvidia GPUs, and like, any of you crazy enough to click on that store and see what's going on with that? Do you know any, do you guys see any info about somebody actually trying to buy one of those? I'm really curious. And speaking of the comment section, since my channel has been gaining a lot of traction in the last week, I used to reply to almost every comment on my channel. I'm still trying to read them all. But I'm sorry if I'm not going to get to all the replies that I was being able to do when I was getting like 50 to 100 views rather than 10,000 views on some of my videos. So anyway, I hope you guys have an excellent day.